Welcome to R.E.D's Airsoft.
Is I'm going to talk about the FreFrans before I got here. Now, this FreFrans has got an interesting story. I will insert the very first few things that I did to it when I first got it and kind of the explanation how I ended up with it, because it's kind of interesting. But this is a love-hate kind of situation. Yeah, I'm really grateful that I have it, but it's kind of one of those things where it's really nice and not all at the same time. I'll explain that here in a second. Oh, hey everybody, so this is the deal. So I was gifted an incredible present from an individual that I didn't know. I got into playing Airsoft and I purchased a X9 from him. I was just incredibly cheap for 135 bucks. It was brand new. And when I was explaining to him my situation, he's all, I'm gonna send you something extra in the box. So what he did is he sent me this. This is what he sent me, which is the nicest thing I think anybody's done for me in a long time. This, I have to say, is one of the nicest external airsoft guns I've seen. It weighs a bleeding ton. I do believe that was one of the things that he was telling me that he really didn't like about the rifle. And as you can see, it is the FreFrans CQB weapon simulator. And one of the biggest things that I've seen with people on the internet about this airsoft rifle is this, is that there's no battery space. The stock is kind of sucky, and I kind of have to agree with them. So what I've done is, I was in here looking at it the other day and I happened to open it up and take a look at it, and the bolt for the buffer tube was loose, so I took it out. So I'm going to pause this. So here is the buffer tube. Now, if you've seen anybody do a review on this, there is a weight that comes all the way back to here. It fills up the entire buffer tube, so you cannot use a buffer tube battery on this. There's zero space. Matter of fact, the stock wiring hangs out just about 1 inch past this, so that you have to use the stock. Well, unfortunate, this plate that's in the stock doesn't accommodate the wires, and then on top of it, I don't have a round nunchuck battery. I'm on a super tight budget, and this is such a wonderful gift. So what I have figured out to do is that once I pulled it apart, I took the buffer tube, which was a great big chunk of metal that goes inside, and usually on the buffer tube there's usually a plug that's about from here to here that actually bolts into the receiver. Okay, well, this one just happened to go all the way back to here. So what I've done is I took it to a machine shop and they're going to chop it down to 1 inch. I went and got a 5mm bolt with an 8-pitch thread, so that I'll have the same amount of threads showing, and that's what I'll use to put the stock buffer tube back on it, and I'll be able to run a buffer tube. And I'm hoping that will be able to make it to where I can use this, because I would really like to be able to use this. I don't have the money for the battery. You know, most people would be like, well, hey dummy, just buy the right battery. Well, I'm broke, man. I don't have the money for it. But I really appreciate the gift the guy sent me, and I want to be able to use it because I've gotten into this hobby and I've really enjoyed it. So that's what I've come up with so far. So I'm going to set this down. I've got the parts, and they're off at this machine shop. I'm supposed to be able to pick them up tomorrow, and we'll pick up on this video from there. Today, I just got a call from the machinist saying that the part was done. So here we go. This is the original bolt. And as we see, this is what we have it cut down to. So I can still take the entire buffer tube weight and put it back in if I need to, if I wanted to put it back in stock. But why? So here we go. So I've got $10 in the machining of the part, 50 cents into the actual bolt, so $10.50. We'll see what we come up with. Got it back together. So here is part of the spacer tube weight that was in there. So I got the battery installed, and it works. And I didn't have to go out and buy a different battery. This M4. So if you buy one of these, you're going to find that it comes with a crane stock. It comes with a metal buffer tube, which is nice, but unfortunately it is not a mil-spec buffer tube. So the crane stock it comes with it only works with it because the holes are actually the divots that are in the channel. Let's see if we can turn this to where you can see them. There we go. You see those? Those are where the position for the stock, the pin goes into that and stops the stock from sliding back and forth. The original buffer tube that comes with this, these are milled different, so this stock wouldn't work. I have a Delta stock that was on that. It wouldn't work. I was at scratching my head going, you know, what the heck? I mean, I'm new to Airsoft, so I didn't really understand. I thought all buffer tubes were all buffer tubes. No, they are not. This has a buffer tube that is definitely a one-off for this rifle. So if you get this and think, oh, I'm just going to buy another stock and slap it on there, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have to change out your buffer tube as well. And then on top of it, when you look back at the quick video I made about when I first started working on this, and I modified the spacer in the buffer tube, is when I kind of figured out, hey, I got an issue here. And so I had to find myself a replacement buffer tube. Super easy mod to do. It only took a couple of seconds. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. And then I really, really like these Daniel Defense stocks. These are super Gucci. I really like these. And then, like I said, for this one, I think between the actual stock and the quick release, I've got, I think maybe 10, 12 bucks. Got more money into the buffer tube that I bought off of Hop Up. I think I paid $18 or $20 for the buffer tube. But it made a huge difference in the rifle. It cuts down on the weight a little bit because this originally comes with a great big counterweight in the back that actually fills up the entire buffer tube. So you cannot run a buffer tube battery with this stock from the factory. Don't know what they were thinking. So yeah, this is one of the modifications that I would suggest. If this is a rifle that you think that you want to buy and run, it's just some of the things that I think you're going to probably want to do with this.
For all you